Well, there was a written statement today. We'll get to that in a moment. Let me take a moment and just set the scene briefly for you. The Capitol now behind us, unlike yesterday, is the equivalent of a armed compound. There are at least 850 military and police officers there and a fence around the entire building, unlike yesterday. Now, for today, there are calls for heads to roll among police leaders here. Speaker Nancy Pelosi calling for the police chief of the U.S. Capitol Police to go, and for the resignation of the Sergeant of Arms, Paul D. Irving. The union representing officers issuing a statement tonight saying that management was ill prepared for this attack, both in manpower and resources. We also today talked to Kim Dine. He's the retired chief of the U.S. Capitol Police, and he provided some insights today into some of what we saw yesterday, particularly the retreat inside the building and the shooting of that individual inside the Capitol.
Their mission, obviously, number one, is to protect members of Congress and visitors, and to that extent, the members were protected. But obviously, this tragic loss of lives. They did know this was coming. People have been talking about it for weeks, if not months.
And we got a written statement today from Stephen Sund, the chief of the U.S. Capitol Police. He said the attack was like nothing he'd experienced in his 30 years of law enforcement in D.C. He called it robust planning that went into what he called preparations for a First Amendment display. But he said, make no mistake, this was not a First Amendment display. It was riotous behavior. The Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, not accepting that as an excuse of any kind. She said Sund hadn't even called the leadership, and she's calling for his removal tonight, his firing. Reporting live at the Capitol, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
Yeah, so much for robust planning. Clearly they needed to do more. Scott, thank you.